Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Yvonne, and for today I'm gonna be doing a little get ready with me. The last time I did one on YouTube was, I want to say maybe like April, May. I can't really remember. It's been such a long time, and the last time I did get ready with me was on Instagram on IGTV. So I wanted to do one on for YouTube. When I'm home, I like to do my makeup because it makes me feel because I've noticed that when I don't do my makeup, it makes me feel really lazy. And say I want to take pictures or something, I feel even lazier to do my makeup just because I'm like, oh, I have to go do my makeup, take a picture or whatnot. And so it's easier just to do it in the morning, like, you know, just kind of like keep that everyday routine going, that morning routine. And so I'm using this little sample, and it's a Becca Skin Love Brightening and Blur Primer. And this primer is so good. Take it down to my neck. It's very cooling to the skin. Like when you first put it on, it just feels so like cool, and I love it. And I always put some on my eyelids just to prime them. But yeah, absolutely love this little primer, and it blurs your pores just perfectly. So I'm not gonna be going in with any like tinted skin serum or anything like that, because I just skip that step because it takes me a little bit longer to like put on either like put that on. So I just kind of skip it. And then also, since I do wear a mask at work, it just kind of gets rubbed onto the mask, so I try to avoid that, even though I still get makeup on there. But I try to avoid having like a tinted, like, you know, like, what is it, tinted moisturizer on my skin during work. And I'm gonna be going in with my concealer, and this is the Marc Jacobs Accomplice concealer, and I absolutely love this concealer. I think I've had this for such a long time, and I still have not run out. Well, I'm actually pretty low on it, because if I put it all the way in, it's really in there. But this concealer is, I want to say it's like a medium to full coverage if you build it. It's really good. At first I hated it, and I think I've told you guys, at first I hated it because I would apply it with my sponge, and I felt like the sponge just took a lot of the product off and absorbed it, and I would have to like apply some more to get that coverage that I wanted. And ever since I started applying it with my finger, it's been a lot better. And also the warmth of your finger helps the concealer blend out a lot better. And I always add a little extra right here where the little darker spots are. And if I have some left over on my fingers, I just take it all the way up to my eyelids. So I feel like my makeup routine hasn't changed a lot, because once you find something that works for you, you tend to stick with it. You gotta apply some lip balm. Always gotta have chapstick with me, always. I'm gonna let that sit for a while. And since I just did my concealer, I'm taking the Honest Beauty powder, and I literally ran out, and I took the top just so I can get into the whatever's left in there, because it wasn't coming out anymore. So I gotta, you know, you gotta use everything in your products. You can't just leave it behind. You can still get a few more uses out of that. But this is a really good powder. It does set your makeup. It's not like a mattifying powder, so like you're not gonna have a matte. Your makeup's not gonna be matte for a long time. Eventually your oils, like at the end of the day, will start to shine through. But it's a good powder, and it's also, I think, on the cleaner side of makeup. I have my primer, concealer, and powder on. I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and that routine has not changed. So I'm gonna do them off camera, and then I'll be right back. And the eyebrows are done. Same thing that I've always been using since like March. It's the Fat in the Moon Eye Kohl. Absolutely love this. Super creamy, super pigmented, super easy to blend out. And then I always clean them up with my Kosas concealer. Absolutely love that duo. And lately, when I did my makeup declutter, I rediscovered my eyebrow gel, and this is from Morphe. And I want to say I've had this for a while now, but I gotta use it up. And it's a clear gel, and I just use it to keep my little eyebrow hairs in place. because every now and then one little hair likes to be wild. Alright, so that's done. And I'm going to be going in with my trusty Ilia bronzer. And this is in the shade Drawn In. And I finally hit pan. And I feel like once you hit pan, your products just, like, you just end up using them a lot quicker. I don't know if that happens to you, but once I hit pan on something, I feel like it just goes quicker. So I'm just taking a powder brush and lightly outlining my cheekbone. I'm telling you, my routine hasn't really changed much. I want to say it takes me like max 15 minutes on average day to do my makeup. It depends on how fast I'm going or if I do my eyes or not. So I usually do my nose with the bronzer, but I am determined. Let's try that again. I am determined to learn how to contour my nose. I've seen tons of videos on YouTube, and also back in the day when I was really into makeup, I would always watch like Laura Lee. I still watch her, Manny MUA, who else? Nikki Tutorials, all of them, and Jaclyn Hill and Carly Bible. I would always watch their videos, and every time they contoured their nose, and I know some of them even made videos on how to do it, they always make it look so easy. So easy. And every time I try to do it, I end up with an orange blob on my face, and I have no idea how to get it so perfect like how they do. I know it takes practice, but trust me, I've been trying to practice since like I was still in college. And I eventually ended up giving up on it. Okay, so we're already off to a bad start. Like, now it looks like my nose is all like to the side. Okay, let's... Okay, so I tried to even it out. It looks funny now. I think they add a little bit to their nostrils. I'm not quite sure. But whether we end up with an orange blob today doesn't matter, because I'm going to stay home. No one's going to be seeing my orange blob today. Okay, so I'm taking just a dense, like a packed little brush to buff it out. I know people use, what are they called? Little sponges. I have one right here. But I find that with the sponge, it just absorbs a lot of the product. And I end up having to like reapply more of that product. I'm over here looking like a freaking clown. Okay. It is a giant orange blob. Like, sorry, I should have just probably left it how it was before. Like, what do I do after this? I know, like, it's just a blob. I don't think there's anything's gonna help it. I'm gonna try to take off some of that. And I don't know if I told you, but I'm using the Wet n Wild makeup contour stick, and this is the shade Call Me Maple. Might have even just grabbed the wrong shade too, because it's a little warm. Let's just do that. Make sure everything is nice and blended out into a nice orange blob. You know what? It looks really dark right here. My nose does have like a little like groove right there, which isn't helping me. Alright, you know what? I'm just taking some bronzer and just doing this side of my nose. And they take a tiny bit of like concealer, and I've seen they do that in the middle. So I'm gonna do that and blend it out with... Maybe it needs a little bit more. Just looks like I have an orange blob. I'm telling you, this is not my thing. I know some people like can really make their nose look super tiny and like, you know, cute little nose. So I was trying to do that, but I just ended up with a blob. Okay, whatever. I think this is the best it's gonna go. I need to watch a video, maybe take some notes. on how to do it because this ain't working out for me, people. Alright, so enough with the nose. It's not getting any better. And I'm going to be going in with my cream blushes. I absolutely love cream blushes. Super pigmented, super easy to blend out. And this is from the brand it's All Good. And this is their Get Glowing cream blush in the shade Jam. And it has SPF 15. So I've been applying my cream blushes with this little e.l.f. small stipple brush, and I used to use my fingers. I still do. I just kind of go in there and, you know, swish it in there a little bit and just go like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. And when that happens, because I think I have a lot of product on the brush, I just blend it out with my fingers. Okay. Alright, so I think that's good enough. It looks like I have a blob on my cheeks. But trust me, when you see it on the mirror, it doesn't look so bad as it does on the camera. Alright, so the blush is on. And lately, I've been doing my eyeshadow. I've been seeing how Instagram shows you like pictures like that you posted like a year or two ago. And there was a point where I would always do my eyeshadow every single weekend. And lately, I haven't because I'm like, oh, it's so lazy. It's just laziness for the most part. So I've been making myself, as part of the new year, making myself do my eyeshadow, whether it's something very simple, something super light, like very neutral colors, but I'm doing my eyes and I am loving it. And I'm going in with my Too Faced chocolate bar palette, and I'm gonna use this little round fluffy brush and into the shade Salted Caramel, and it's like this like peachy color. And I just take that onto my crease and blend it out, kind of like all the way to my eyes. Just kind of like create like a little like point, like a little V like this to kind of make your eyes look longer. And I saw this on TikTok, so I was like, you know what, that's really smart. Like, why don't I do that? I usually just round it out and then it ends up looking really weird. So gotta like make your eyes look long, make your eyeshadow work in your favor. That's what you gotta do. You gotta make your makeup work in your favor to enhance all your features. Okay, so then I just kind of like go like this back and forth for a few, like maybe 2 seconds. And then just cut so I can kind of connect it. And if it's not clean, I don't worry about it, because once I'm all done, I take my concealer brush and whatever is left on there, I just kind of like clean it up a bit. And I do the same thing on the other eye. And I always feel like one eye comes out better than the other. But you know what? That's okay. And I grab a little bit more shadow and put it into like the outer corner of my crease. I mean of my eyes. Because I'm only going to be using one shade. Literally, that's all that. This is the only shade I'm going to be using. I'm going to be leaving the inner part of my eyes just like that. Because I did put some like concealer on them earlier. So that's the shade that it's going to be. Just like a light color. And then in the inner corner, I'm gonna be applying this shade called Marzipan right there, and I'm just gonna be applying that into my inner corners like that. And so for eyeshadow, that's it. I'm gonna be finishing it off with some eyeliner, and this is a brown eyeliner. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I can't really remember. But brown eyeliner gives your eyes a softer look compared to black eyeliner. And since I'm using like very like natural, like neutral, like pink, not neutral peachy tones, I'm gonna just use a black eyeliner and tightline my lashes. It's a really good eyeliner. It blends out, it like applies really, really smoothly. So the eyeliner is done. Gonna curl my lashes. And this is just I think, I don't know, it doesn't even have a brand name on there, but it's just an eyelash curler from Walmart. I'm going to be going in with the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara, and this is in their shade After Midnight. And this mascara is, their brush is double-sided, so one side, this side right here, separates your lashes, and the other one, like, you can use it to apply it. So at first I thought this like wand was super weird, because I'm like, okay, how is it gonna work? Because I was used to, you know, like the traditional like mascara wands, and so I was like, okay, but I love it now. Like, I use the other side to separate my lashes while it's still kind of wet, and it does a great job at separating them. Alright, so the eyes are done. They look very, I like how they turned out. It's just like a very soft look. Nothing that will take forever to do, especially if you're like if you're like me and don't have a lot of time in the morning, or don't want to spend too much time doing your eyes. I feel like, you know, using one shade would be more than enough. And so I'm gonna be using the Too Faced lip injection, and this is their little extreme gloss, and I love this, especially since I have really thin lips. I like to use it just to plump up my lips a little bit. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this by itself. As like it starts to work, I feel it tingling, and then my lips get a little bit redder, so I'll just leave it like that. And I'm gonna finish it off with the Pore Professional Super Setter, and this actually makes your makeup last all day, but it's not like a mattifying spray. I thought it would be, but it's not. But it's still good because it still sets your makeup for like all day. And the little mister, I don't know if you saw it in the camera, but it's a little mister versus it like spraying, like, you know, shooting you in the face. But this one's really good. And I just kind of fan it out, let it dry a bit. But yeah. Oh, and I forgot my highlight. And this is the little highlight from Morphe in the shade Spark. And I've also hit pan in this one, but I've had this one for such a long time. You know, I'm surprised it took this long to hit pan, because highlights are one of those things that you sometimes just need the smallest amount, and it will give you like, I don't know, sometimes they're just like super pigmented that you just need a little bit. But I use this highlight every day, and I finally hit pan, so I'm excited because I still have more highlights that I want to use before buying new ones. So I want to like use up most of my makeup before buying new makeup, because then I'm just like, oh well, let's try this out, and I end up forgetting about products I already have, and then I'm gonna end up with stuff with a whole bunch of things that I don't need, you know. I don't know, I just made it a goal for myself to use up the makeup that I have before buying new makeup. So far it's working out. Like, I'm already like almost done with my powder. I think it's safe to say I could go and buy another one. I don't know if I should try Honest Beauty or not. If there's any like powders out there that you love that are talc free, please let me know. Comment down in the section below. Let me know what powder you are loving, because I am in search of one. Alright, so with that being said, that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here in this little get ready with me. And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. And also, before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe. I'd love for you to join my little YouTube familia. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!